This is ESPN Esports. I'm Arda Ocal. The Tekken World Tour Finals happening in Bangkok, Thailand on December 8th. 19 of the top-ranked competitors and the winner of the last chance qualifier happening on December 7th in Thailand will compete for World Championship supremacy. A lot of interesting storylines and intriguing competitors going into this one. The first thing we should mention, though, is that Akuma has been nerfed. This has been called on by many in the competitive community, feeling that the character was way OP, particularly in top-level competition. In the latest patch, Akuma's super combo gauge gain was cut by 25%. In the past, of course, top players could take about 60 to 70% damage in one drive. So it'll be interesting to see how Akuma is played at the Tekken World Tour Finals, particularly by the players from Pakistan. Of course, Akuma is a very popular character in that community, and we have two prominent players who are favorites going into this tournament. Do you think that that status remains? Will they stay as favorites after this Akuma nerf? And how will this affect the Tekken World Tour Finals? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, please subscribe to the channel and click on notifications so you know every time videos like these drop on our channel. Let's talk about the Pakistani-based players. Of course, the spotlight is on Arslan Ash, perhaps the most fascinating story in all of esports, let alone the FGC, in 2019. Somebody who competed in only their first international tournament this year and has now become the first competitor to win EVO Japan and EVO in the United States, has taken the Tekken world by storm and has really shined a spotlight on the entire Pakistani Tekken community at large. Even Nee, one of the perennial contenders and even a favorite in this tournament, #1 ranked, had to give a lot of respect to Arslan Ash and the community. Apparently, after their EVO final, Arslan and Nee had a moment where Arslan Ash showed Nee a FaceTime of players just grinding at a local Pakistani meetup. And Nee was so impressed with that he decided to take to Twitter and say, I mean, this is incredible. The fact that these players are grinding like this at this hour after watching Arslan win EVO is nothing short of spectacular. Going back to Arslan Ash, though, of course, EVO champion, but even he said in his interview with Jacob Wolf after winning at EVO that he's not necessarily the best Pakistani player. And now he didn't mention names in that interview with Jacob Wolf. However, you could make the presumption that the person he's talking about is Awais Honey, who also, as a Pakistani player, competed in his first international tournament and found success there. And in the Dojo Cup a couple months ago in Pakistan, defeated Arslan Ash in the finals to claim the championship there. So Awais Honey does have the competitive edge face-to-face, head-to-head against Arslan Ash, but collectively those two are certainly favorites going into the tournament. One region that we haven't necessarily shined a spotlight on is the United States, but we very well might be talking about the USA after this tournament is said and done. There are some big expectations led by Anakin, who perhaps might have his best showing at a tournament like this to date. He did a full interview with our own Daniel Collette, which is available on our YouTube channel. And in part 2, he mentioned, America can prove themselves at these finals. And Anakin has done a lot of adjustments, has made a lot of adjustments outside of the game. Already very proficient in the game, Anakin has worked a lot on his mental preparation, on his handling of stress, on basically life improvements. And it's always fascinating to see players compete immediately after making these kinds of adjustments and taking personal care. And he has also said if there was ever a year for him to win the World Championships, it would be this year. Based on all of the changes that he's made outside of the game, you gotta shine a spotlight on Anakin and watch his progress through this tournament, because he could very well go far in the new state of mind that he has. So those are the competitors that we're looking at as we head into the Tekken World Tour Finals. Again, it's December 8th in Bangkok, Thailand. Let us know who you think the favorite is going into the World Tour Finals. Who will be crowned Tekken World Champion when it's all said and done? Let us know in the comments below. Of course, continued coverage available at espn.com/esports.